Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Reynolds with Board, Better Off Reading Every Day. Today's book is Betty Bunny Wants Everything. And this book is by Michael B. Kaplan and it's illustrated by Stephanie Drish. Betty Bunny was a handful. She knew this because when she was at the mall with her family, strangers came up and told her mother, "Wow, that's one handful." Betty Bunny knew that she must be pretty special for complete strangers to say such nice things about her, and she felt very special, shopping at the mall with her mother, brothers, and sister. "Kids," her mother told her, "as a special treat, we are going to the toy store. You can pick up one toy for yourself, just one." "I am going to get a bow and arrow," said Betty's brother Henry. "I'd better get a bow and arrow too," said her sister Kate, who knew she would soon have to defend herself. "I'll just take the cash," said her older brother Bill. Betty Bunny picked out a little stuffed bunny that looked a lot like her. "I like this," she said. "Very nice choices," her mother said. Then Betty Bunny picked out a fairy princess doll, and this, she added. She picked out a snake and a rattle music set and a techno monster figures pack and an ultra blast rocket, and this and this and this, she said. "Betty Bunny," her mother said, "I told you that you could have just one toy." But Betty Bunny didn't hear her. She was too busy putting more toys into the cart: a Captain Gizmo detective set, a spin art paint set, a slide and splash inflatable pool. She didn't know what any of these things were or what she might do with them, but she knew that she had to have them. The little bunnies pictured on the boxes looked like they were having the most fun ever. Betty Bunny wanted to have the most fun ever. "This is for ages 8 and up," Kate said, pointing to the detective set. "This is going to be way too messy," Henry said, pointing to the paint set. "This is meant for little bunnies who don't cry every time they get wet," Bill said, pointing to the inflatable pool. But Betty Bunny didn't hear them. She was too busy trying to lift a giant stuffed panda. It was 3 times bigger than she was, but she finally managed to get it balanced on the top of the cart, which was now overflowing with toys. "Betty Bunny," her mother tried again. "Maybe you didn't understand. You can't have all these toys. You can't have all these toys." "Maybe you don't understand," Betty Bunny said. "I want all these toys." "I want all these toys," Betty Bunny said. "You can't have everything you want," said Kate. "But I want everything I want," Betty Bunny said. "You can't be so greedy," said Henry. "Yes, I can," said Betty Bunny, and she put 5 rubber balls into the cart to prove it. "See," she said proudly. "I think you have a little bit of room left right here," said Bill, pointing to a small space in the cart under the panda left from front leg. Thanks, said Betty Bunny as she crammed a yellow dump truck into the cart. Betty Bunny, her mother tried again. If we take all these toys home, where will you put them? Your whole bedroom will be filled up with nothing but toys. Betty Bunny thought about what it would be like to live in a room filled up with nothing but toys. The thought made her very happy. A, she picked up 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle and tossed it into the giant panda's belly. It was so much fun that she tossed more toys onto the panda's belly, and more and more. Henry said, "You better listen to Mommy," Kate said. "Mommy is very smart and she knows what's best." Bill said, "Keep acting crazy. It makes the rest of us look good." Betty Bunny's mother said that if Betty Bunny couldn't pick just one toy, she would get no toys. She paid for bows and arrows for Henry and Kate, and she gave Bill his cash. Then she scooped Betty Bunny up and started to walk out of the store. Betty Bunny saw the cart filled with her new toys. As they walked away, leaving it behind, she started to cry. Then she started to scream. Then she started to kick her legs wildly. Up, somebody's taking a trip to Meltdown City. That's not good, Meltdown City. Screaming, kicking, Meltdown City. That's where she's headed. She cried all the way home, and she was still crying when her father came home from work. "What's the matter with my little bunny?" he asked. "I have the meanest mommy in the whole world," Betty Bunny answered, and she explained all about how she had picked out a few very nice toys at the toy store, and her mean, horrible, yucky mommy wouldn't let her have them. Betty Bunny watched as her father walked over and talked to her mother. Betty Bunny hoped that her father was saying, "Stop being so mean and horrible and yucky and give my little bunny all the toys she wants." She tried to listen to what he was saying, but it was hard to hear over the sound of her crying, and she was afraid that if she stopped crying, they would forget how much she really, really wanted those toys. Finally, her mother and father walked over to her. They were smiling. Betty Bunny stopped crying. Her father said, "Betty Bunny, we have an idea." Betty Bunny started to cry again. "I don't want an idea," she said through her tears. "I want toys." So her mother and father showed her the idea. The whole family went back to the store. Betty Bunny's mother gave her some money. "This is your money," she said. "You can spend it on whatever toys you want, but when you run out of money, you can't get any more." Her father explained, "It will help you understand why you can't have everything you want." It would help you understand why you can't have everything you want. Betty Bunny looked at her new money. She liked it very much. "But if I use my money to buy toys," she said, "then I won't have my money anymore." "That's the way money works," said Henry. "You could use some of the money and save some of the money," Kate suggested. "You could just give all the money to me. Then you won't have to worry about this very tricky problem," said Bill. Betty Bunny made a decision. She saved some of the money and she used the rest to buy a little stuffed bunny that looked a lot like her. "I'm going to name her Little Betty," she said. Her father went to stand in line so that Betty Bunny could pay for her little Betty. Betty Bunny got out a shopping cart and started to fill it with toys. She put in the Shake and Rattle music set, the Techno Monster figures pack, and the Ultra Blast rocket. She put in the Captain Kazoo detective set, the spin art, the paint set, the slide and splash, and inflatable pool. As she was about to put in the giant stuffed panda, her mother said, "What are you doing? I thought you understood that you can't have everything." "Oh, they're not for me," Betty Bunny said. "Little Bunny wants them, and I can't get her to understand that it's just too much. Maybe you can give her some money too." The end, boys and girls, of Betty Bunny Wants Everything. Betty Bunny wants everything. Now, boys and girls, as you can see, it's all about the shopping cart. So, I brought my own little shopping cart here that I wanted to show you that we now have new rules where we are living in New York. And because of the COVID-19 virus that is with us, we have to dress a certain way whenever we go to the supermarket. So I'm going to show it to you and you'll see exactly what is required. It is the law here now to protect us from getting the virus. So here we have our shopping cart and here we have my mask. So what you have to do is you have to put your mask on. This is as soon as you enter the supermarket, the parking lot. You have to put your mask on. Put my glasses on so I could see. And then you go into the supermarket. Here's my shopping cart. You see my shopping cart? That's my shopping cart. I'm going shopping. Got some raisins in there. It even has a little flip up, see? And that is my shopping cart for when I go shopping. I need my mask, my shopping cart, my glasses, and my money. So that is what we need to do when we're going food shopping. Just wanted to show that to you, boys and girls. I'm tired already. It is Miss Reynolds with B.O.R.E.D, Better Off Reading Every Day. And I just wanted to share this with you because this has become the new rules. Don't know when they will, how long they'll be with us. But so far, they're here. Betty Bunny didn't have to do it when she went shopping, but we have to do it now. So boys and girls, if you're going shopping with your parents, I want you to be safe if these are the rules. And when you get home, I want you to wash your hands thoroughly because a lot of people go to the supermarket. So we don't want to get sick. We want to stay safe. We want to wash our hands as soon as we get home. It has been my pleasure to share this story with you, and I will see you soon. Bye.